Good morning. All right. Well, clearly, the internet is not doing what we needed to do, so I can't play my intros. I don't know what's going on today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I need your help. Carmela is at a doctor's appointment, so I have no mod today. So I need your help sharing out the video for me, tagging in your friends, please. Good morning. What is it, Thirsty Thursday? Good morning. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Share out the video for me, please. Tag in our usual suspects for coffee talk. I need a sip of coffee. Thank you for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. If you haven't already done so, please join the group and you can invite your friends. We are also live on the Karen Stacy page. We are live on my personal page as well, the Karen Stacy, my personal page. But if you guys are looking for everybody, nobody watches from my personal page. I kind of do it as a courtesy for those people that still haven't joined my groups or liked my pages, so that people know that I'm live. But if I don't see your name, I don't say your name, it's probably because I can't see it. So you want to definitely be on the Real Talk page. You see the logo here. There's a picture of me with my glasses on. That is the Real Talk. I'm sorry. That is the Karen Stacy page. And then the Real Talk Coffee Talk group is in pink. Pink. See, it's a pinky kind of day. Remember Pinky Tuscadero? Anyway, good morning. Do me a favor. Help me out. Share this video. Tag in your friends. As I said, Carmela will not be on this morning, so I do need your help. Happy Thursday. Hi, John. How are you? Russell, good morning. Gina, good morning. Billy, I'm sorry I can't play your video, but yeah, this is, I don't know if it's because I'm not hardwired in. I'm kind of far from the router, because it's, you know, even though they said New York was going to be like, the weather was going to get, you know, better. I don't know who they were lying to, because it's still really hot outside. It's actually crappy out. It's cloudy and it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like soupy. I don't know. I don't like the weather outside today at all. So I don't know what's up with that. We were supposed to get all of this crap and it was supposed to be out. They said by when, you know, after Wednesday that it was going to start to be cooler out or less humid, and it don't feel that way to me, but who am I, right? But yeah, it's hot. So I had to stay in here again because the AC is not working in my studio. So I need to be, and I'm feeling warm even in here, which is odd because it's usually like 12 below since Rosie saved my life. Good morning, Alyssa. Thank you. I need you today. I'm so grateful you're here. Rosie, good morning. Yes, my pink. Look at this. Isn't this like so like retarded with the bow? Don't I look so like innocent and sweet? Yeah. That's why you should never judge a book by its cover. You would like be clicking around the channels and go, oh, she looks like such a nice woman. Let me see what she's talking about. No, I am nice. Fuck you. I'm nice. Let me see. Hi, Rita M. How are you? Thank you, Gina, for tagging people in. Hi, Monica. Good morning, sweetie. Happy to have you. Who else we got going on in here? Thank you so much, Alyssa, for tagging everybody in. Oh, Russell, that's sweet of you. You tagged in Derek. Derek doesn't, I don't think he's up at this time. Derek doesn't normally come on my shows, but thank you so much for that. Hi, Bob. Good morning. Not as humid, though. I don't know. When I went outside today, I debated whether I was going to do my run or not outside or do my exercise inside. I went for inside. and it was hot. It's hot. So I don't know about that, Alyssa. Still feels disgusting out. I mean, Gina, excuse me. Tamara, good morning, my sweetie. How are you? We have missed you. Can't stay. Mom is having a Catherine. Oh my goodness. Sending you much love and light. You guys just need to catch a break in the whole health issue here, right? Let me see. You seem really nice. Russell, I am nice, but I'm not, I don't think that, but I'm not like a pink bow kind of nice. You know what I mean? So that's why, I say that. I think I'm very kind. I don't know if I'm nice, but I'm kind. But I say it like it is. So a lot of people don't like that. So, I don't know. That's just me. If you don't like it, keep it moving, right? Wolf in sheep's clothing, Rosie said. Think. Hey, Paul. Good morning. How are you? Oh, my goodness, Jesse. How are you? We got a lot of people popping in that I haven't seen in like forever. What's going on? Where you been, guys? Jesse, we missed you, babes. Josephine, hi, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. Less humid today, but still sticky outside. So isn't the humidity the sticky part? So I'm confused as to how this is better. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm glad you're doing okay, Jesse. Hey, Joe, how are you? You never jump on either. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, can somebody, Alyssa, I don't know if you have him on your thing. Can you tag in Tony Tanasia? Do you have him on your thing? Anybody on here have Tony on your friend thing? Oh, you scared me, Noah. You like tippy-toe down. Can you turn the light on in the kitchen? I don't know if that might make a difference here because it's kind of dark. I don't know. How do you feel, kiddo?
Feeling better.
You don't look better. My son is having some crazy allergies.
No, my nose is really bad, but I'm feeling better.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. What time do you have lunch?
Now.
Oh no, why? It's only 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's pretty random.
You have your lunch normally at 12.
Yeah, but they changed.
Lovely. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
It's right on the wall.
Well, you're slamming the doors right now, so that's not being quiet. All right. If you guys hear any noise, it's my kid. I mean, apparently he has to eat. I mean, really? No. He doesn't normally have lunch at 11. But it's the end of the school year, and I guess it is what it is, and they're doing it whenever they're doing it. So yesterday he had lunch at 12, so it worked out perfectly. I could do my show without interfering with his world. How long is your lunch today? An hour. See, so he has an hour lunch. That's nice, right? Tomorrow is his last day of school. He has a half a day. You guys can hear the programming of the air fryer because he's toasting some bread right now. So yeah. So I mean, are we ready for this? Like the kids are almost done with school, and now like it's crazy how if you're watching the news, all of these mandates going on at this point, right? That they're still mandating the children to wear masks. Now, seriously speaking, I get that we want to keep the kids, safe or healthy or protected, whatever you want to call it. But the numbers are very low right now. And how do you ask a kid to wear a mask all day long in 90-degree weather or humidity? And I know one of my listeners sent her kid yesterday and then found out that they didn't even have the air conditioner on for them. So how do you do that? Like, I don't know. We have a couple of weeks left of school. So I go on both ends of it, right? I say, look, we got this far. Let's just keep it going, right? But at the same token, all these mandates have been lifted with the mask wearing. They're saying that the children are not the ones that are really the carrier and spreader of COVID. So now we have to make them wear a mask for 8 hours during the day. I mean, am I wrong? What do you guys think about that? Anybody? I mean, there's like not one comment coming right now. What happened? Hello? Am I talking to myself?
Yes.
Really? Wow, I feel like I'm talking to my kid. I'm getting no response whatsoever. This is amazing. Hello, Monica. Thank you for tagging Tony.
There is a delay. So.
I understand. Thank you. I'm aware of that. I picked up Marissa. It's insane. No AC in school on top of wearing a mask. Insanity. Right. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to shout you out that it was you that I was talking about. But yeah, I mean, what is that? It's weird that they have to masks. Yeah, I'm just, we're at a point now where so many are not, wearing them. And now we have the kids in these crazy weather, and now they're wearing masks. Inhumane treatment. Okay, I'm just curious what you guys, think about that. I mean, it's an entire school year worth of masks, and I am more concerned about what happens when you're breathing in your own CO2 all day. I don't know. That's why I didn't send my kid and he's home, because I did not feel that, he was doing well in the homeschool. He has like real homeschooling where he's in class all day long. The only reason why he's down here right now is because he has a lunch break. Otherwise, he is in front of his teachers all day. So when I say that, we had a good opportunity. Some parents, their children are being, they're just being assigned assignments, right? And that you can't learn that way. Well, not every kid can learn that way. Some kids are good with just direction and an assignment. Other kids like mine need an actual teacher to teach them what to do. I mean, that is why we send them to school, right? So I mean, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. I do know how I feel about it. I don't really agree with wearing a mask 8 hours a day. If you are a surgeon or a doctor and you got to wear a mask, I get that, but you're also not doing it for 8 hours straight. You're taking mask breaks. You're taking these type of things. So I don't know what I feel about all of that. Let me see who else is here. It's weird. Okay, okay. Russell said it's weird for the kids to wear masks. I meant to say. Okay. Hi, Eunice. Good morning, honey. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning, sweetheart. I'm praying come September that there are no mask mandates. So that's an interesting thing to say, Gina, because I feel the same way. Because if they're removing the option of homeschool, and my child has asthma, I am not sending him to school all day with a mask on. So now what's my option, right? Because the truth of the matter is that, this can be a real issue, right? So I'm not sure how that's going to work either. And I'm going to have to address that. There's a graduation that we have to go to on Sunday, and they did it at 3:30. So it ruins your entire day. You can't do something before, you can't do something after, because it's just smack in the middle of everything. Had they done it at like 5, and it's going to be outside too. So had they done it, like, excuse me, I'm talking. Had they done it later, then, we at least could have enjoyed some of the day. But at 3 o'clock, basically we have to leave by 3. You're smack in the middle. You can't start something, and then when it's over, it's going to be over at like 5:30, I want to say. So now what are you doing at 6 o'clock? So it just stinks that, they did it this way. And not that my son is graduating, but he's in the 7th grade. So he'll be graduating next year, but he is like mentoring the 6th graders that are coming in to junior high. So we have to be there. So yeah, it's crazy. And then are they going to make us wear masks?
I'm pretty sure only, not everyone, but I'm pretty sure when we're going up to the podium we have to. But that won't be, And they want us to be there early.
How early?
Like, I'm pretty sure like 15 minutes early.
Yeah, all right. So if we leave at 3, you'll be there by 3:15. It's all good.
May I interject something you said before?
What do you want to interject about?
So you said like they have to wear masks all day.
We can't.
Doctors get mask breaks.
We can't hear you. So come closer. If you need to speak, you need to.
I don't know about anyone else, but at my school, I went for one day, and we did get mask breaks whenever we needed to take one. So.
And what does a mask break look like?
You can stand outside for like a minute, two, and you can take your mask off.
So you walk outside and you take off your mask, and then you walk back in.
Yes.
All right, that seems pretty asinine to me, but what could I tell you, right? I mean, is that crazy? That's a mask break? I don't even know what to say about that. That's like a cigarette break. All right, I need a cigarette break. I'm going out to smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back. What is that shit? That's crazy. Jesse, I only wear a mask when directed because I don't breathe well with the mask on anyway. No one does. Show me one person that breathes well with a mask on. Maybe doctors, when they have those N95 or whatever the hell the medical grade is, where they're not like, there's like a cup over you. So maybe, but like these cloth ones, when you talk, you like suck them in. Like you go like this and you see the mask like opening it, like going out and in. It's ridiculous. And again, I say, you're wearing a cotton mask that's made in China that is not medical grade. So please explain to me how that's keeping you safe from, in out of harm's way. I don't know. Gina said, I will not send them if they have to wear a mask. Enough now. Right. But the thing is that I don't know that we're going to have the option. So if you don't send them, then you're going to have to sign them up for some type of a homeschooling thing because right now the schools gave the option for the homeschool. So now if not, I mean, they have academies and stuff that are online, but it's a different, they're different formatting, I guess. And it's not the same teachers the kids know and all of that. But yeah, I mean, I've looked into a lot of different things, but I have to talk to them. I'll talk to them on Sunday and I'll see where they're at with all of this, and go from there. Hi, Tim. How are you? Tim Ross. Good morning. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. In Florida, the kids in some counties won't be wearing masks next school year. Okay. Bob said midday means they get out of serving food. What does 50 hot dogs even cost? Cheap. Oh, no. It's not. They're not doing that. No. You mean for his graduation? No, that's not the deal. I guess they just thought it was a good time. I really have no idea. I have to say, when it comes to his school, their method behind things, when it comes to like events or things like that, I think they need maybe they need me to event coordinate and plan because they don't ever get that right. It's always like, wait, what time, when, where, it's that kind of thing. So normally they have it in a place, but I guess they're not doing that. Like not last year, obviously, but the year before it was in an actual, like a country club or whatever. And it was actually very nice, but now they're doing it, I guess, outside in the school, because of COVID. So it wasn't last year. You didn't have one last year.
No, because we did. Because it wasn't the country club place.
Oh, we went. That's right. They did have one last year, right? And they ordered cozy salads or whatever for everybody, right?
Yeah, and it's in the same place as my school.
I figured they're going to do exactly the same thing they did last time. Yeah. I stand corrected.
Just I need more work to do. I need more work.
Good morning, shared in the middle of something. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. Hi, Giselle. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Maria. Maria is just too much. I love you, Maria. You are such a doll. Thank you so much for being you. Eunice. Okay, Monica said the masks, sadly, are not meant to protect you, really. They are meant to protect others from your germs. Yeah, and again, maybe, right? I heard from a teacher in Yonkers that there will not be any online teaching in September. Yeah, well, they announced that, when they said that all the kids are going back to school. So I guess it's going to be up to the school. Now, since Noah's school isn't public, there's a possibility that if there is a need for it, they may do it. I don't know. So the only way to find out is to ask. So I will be having that conversation on Sunday while while it's in the middle of my goddamn day. But whatever. New York City Public Schools is still deciding what to do. Stupid mayor and governor. Yeah, there you go. That's anyway. My son's school got me mad. I was on top of my son's teacher, but no one calls me to tell me he wasn't. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I mean, I just think that it's a little bit, it's a little bit crazy. It's funny. I was catching up with someone yesterday, and it's been a long year and a half, right? And the funny thing about people is that we are very resilient, and we tend to always remember the bad stuff, but we tend to move on in a certain way. For instance, look at, I talk about this all the time, right? Look at childbirth. I mean, that's the most horrific pain that you'll ever go through, right? But yet you do it again and again and again sometimes. People get a tattoo. They're in agonizing pain getting this tattoo, and they're thinking, when the hell is this ever going to end? Why in God's green earth did I do this, right? And then it's over, and you look at the tattoo and you go, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I want 16 more. You look at your child and you're like, oh my God, I love it. I love him. I love her. And you go and do it again. You go and get pregnant. You go through 9 months of absolute freaking hell. And then you push this thing out of your como sekyam, or they pull it out of you and cut you open and take it out. And, you say to yourself, like, why do people have more than one kid? Because you forget about what you went through because it's the end result. So what I mean by that is, like, right now, the end result is we're back into life again, right? So we all just want to live. We want to enjoy. We want to be happy, right? We want to interact with people. We want to try to reconnect, right? We were talking about how disconnected we are. We want to try to reconnect with people, right? And so you kind of like, we're on the other side of it. So not that you forget what you went through, but you're in a different place. So when I was catching up with somebody yesterday, they spent the first 15 minutes just going on and on about, things that were taking place and family members that were not well. They themselves weren't well. And all of the trials and tribulations that went along with it. And, being, back and forth to the hospital, they were saying that they heard, that people were basically being like put in body bags while they were still alive. I mean, crazy, right? They were screaming, nobody was helping them. I heard a story of how even the nurses were going from room to room and not changing their gloves or their masks, which means that they are carrying whatever infection was in the other room coming into this room. And when they were called out on it, it was basically, I'm sorry, I'm just, so tired. And it's like, we get that you're tired, but this is my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my husband, my wife, my cousin. You can't, my best friend, you can't do that. You can't be tired and not change your freaking gloves, right? That's why you're wearing gloves in the first place. So, there's a lot of hell that people went through during this year. And I think, like, right now, it's almost like we're forgetting, we want to forget about all that, right? Because we want to get back into life. We want to go out. We want to see people. We want to live. And, it's crazy. Sylvia, you lost the signal on Facebook. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else is having signal problems, but I'm glad you have a backup for Twitch. But yeah, I just, I think it's crazy. And when you talk to different people and you realize what they've been through, it really humbles and grounds you, because we've all been, we've all had to disconnect from one another. We've all been in this lockdown, shutdown. We've all been handed a lot of stuff. And, when you talk about certain things, people think you're a conspiracy theorist. People think you're far to the left. People think you're far to the right. People think you're crazy. People think you're stupid. People think you're uneducated. People think that you didn't do your research. People think that you don't know what you're talking about, but they know what they're talking about. There's so many things, and everybody is like pointing fingers at each other and stuff. And it's crazy, because when you talk to different people, everybody looks at things differently, right? And last I checked, we were still in America, and we were allowed, it's our rights, right, to be able to think for ourselves and make our own decisions in life. I even saw on the news the other day, now like everything is, it's not even a passport, right? It's a vaccine card. So you're not allowed to go to places if you don't have this vaccine card. So I saw something on the news saying that if somebody got a false vaccine card, that they would be charged with a felony if they were discovered. Could you imagine this? I mean, this is insane. Does that make sense? And that's taking away our rights. We have the right to refuse the vaccine, don't we? I think we should. We're Americans. We should have rights, but they keep taking away our rights slowly but surely. Audio was freezing up, but okay now. Oh, see, I have no idea. I'm not seeing anything on my end that that's the case, but honestly, with all the storms and all the crazy, I guess that it's just a little wacky. And plus, I'm not in my studio where I'm hardwired in. So that could have something to do with it too. So I apologize, you guys. Hopefully tomorrow it won't be as warm. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees tomorrow. So I will be in my studio. So hopefully it will not freeze up. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough PPE for them. You couldn't even get rubbing alcohol to disinfect, and we lost loved ones. Yeah, Rosie, it's very scary, but this wasn't even that. This was just a mistake, because when my friend said it to the nurse was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They also were telling me about a story that they, were putting the thing in like for the IV or whatever, and they forgot to cap it, which I didn't even know what that meant. But apparently they have to put a cap over it, because if not, you can get an infection in your blood. And the nurse forgot to cap it because they were overworked and tired. And, I'm just giving you, again, this was not my experience. I'm just telling you guys what I've heard. That was, the stories that I heard, which again, I wasn't physically there. I was home, hiding from the world, keeping myself and my son safe. Thank God, God bless. So I wasn't in that situation. But when you speak to others, you realize the situations that other people were in. And can you lower that, please? And how grateful we should be that we are on the other side of this, because as Rosie just said, so many people, this person I was speaking with, they lost like 30 people. So, it's, there's no words, right? Here we're trying to start back up again. And I know that feeling only too well, trying to start back up again from a negative, right? Because you're missing, valuable people in your life that are no longer here, that were taken from this, you know, COVID, or, you know, and then of course there was still people dying from cancer. There was still people committing suicide, probably more so, you know, everything else that goes along with life, right? Because life is definitely very challenging. And this made it even more challenging. But I feel like I look and like, yeah, it was 90 degrees. If you think I'm putting a mask on, I'll go. If they tell me that, like I told you, Tuesday I didn't send Noah to his track day because field day, because there was no way that I was gonna have him in that situation. No way. So whatever, you know, you think what you want to think. It's my kid, my choice. And you know, we chose that together. You know, and I think it was the right choice, right, Noah?
See.
Yes, we got a C, senor. So yeah, I just think that you know, I'm watching. I have the news on right now, and all they're talking about is, you know, unmask my child, my choice, which is also my body, my choice, is what a lot of people say about vaccines as well. So it's very interesting how all of a sudden, you know, there's a movement, but I wish people would move for the right reasons. You know, I think equality comes in all shapes and sizes, to be quite honest with you. And as an American, I think that our rights, that's something we should be fighting for, right? We should fight for your right to party. No. But yeah, I mean, this is where we're at right now. What can I tell you? Anyway, are you guys out there? Anything you want to add? Because nobody is commenting. I don't know if I'm talking to myself. I don't know if I'm boring you. I don't know if, you know, like I said, I was called a conspiracy theorist the other day for just stating certain things. You know, look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I just want people to always realize that, you know, you're entitled to your own opinion. That's why we live in America, right? And I just, you know, I think that if people respected one another more, and you know, like when I was talking to my friend yesterday, you know, it's like, you don't know what someone else is going through. So, you know, be kind. You just don't know. They could be going through hell and back. Sometimes we sit there, right? And we're standing on ceremony. Like, why didn't they call me? How come I haven't heard from them? How come I always got to be the one to reach out? How come blah, 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 right? But sometimes people are going through stuff and they don't want to share that with you. And it's okay. You know, I mean, sometimes people do not want to share that. And you shouldn't be forced to. And to be honest with you, most people don't want to hear it anyway, right? If you think about it, most people don't want to hear it. Does somebody want to get on the phone and hear you complaining? No, they really don't, because they're dealing with their own crap. So, you know, but sometimes people, what the hell was that? Sometimes people need to talk. Sometimes people need to let things out. They need to release them. And we don't always have the means in which to do that. We don't always have the means in which to release things. Sometimes we are just inundated with all of this life stuff, right? And we don't always have somebody to talk to. We don't always have people we can confide in and trust, right? Because if you have something really personal going on and you confide in somebody and that person starts talking your business, I mean, how much worse could you be? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so frustrating when, you know, things like this take place. Was that your teacher that was just calling you? Yeah, because I see she messaged me. She's worried about you being okay for the weekend. She just messaged me because she says that you're miserable. Anyway, let me read some of the comments here. First of all, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live. Can you lower that, please? We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. I apologize. My son is down here and he's acting like a 12-year-old, which he's going to get it after I get off of this live.
I'm a 12-year-old.
And we are on the Karen Stacy page. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, turn your notifications on. We are on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. You can join the group and invite your friends. I say this 16 times a show, and how many of you I go to tag and I can't because you're not a member of the group or you're not on my page. So please go ahead and do that. Don't forget, Real Talk Karen Stacy, YouTube and Twitch. You can also subscribe on there as well. And again, all of my shows are live, but they are recorded during the show, and the audio is uploaded to all podcast platforms right now. So you can always listen to the show on the go if you missed it, or if we're really talking about something, important and that's targeting you, you can always listen again, because, like we talked about yesterday, sometimes, you got to watch a movie twice because you didn't catch all the details. So as always, I appreciate you guys sharing the video, tagging your friends. I also appreciate you guys letting me know you're here, commenting, saying hello. All the platforms I am live on right now, except of course the radio, you are able to comment and I can see all of your comments. Gina, off topic, I'm representing today wearing new shirt. Oh, yay! Wait, I thought you got that shirt for Billy though. I guess you're sharing. Michael said they don't have enough data back on the vaccine. It just came out a few months ago. Now maybe we need boosters. They've been saying that from the get-go, Michael, that they were going to need boosters. They tried to say that what's it called again? What's in the vaccines now? The M what? What is it? How the new vaccine what is it called?
RNA, mRNA.
What? Say it again without.
RNA, mRNA.
RNA and mRNA. So they're saying that they've been researching this for years. What an ironic thing. So they're saying that they know what will take place. If you don't, I've done a lot of research on vaccines. So I have a good standpoint to come from. And just like genetically modified foods, no one knows what that will do in a person because they just started doing this within the past decade or two, I want to say. Let's just put it this way. Cancer is up. Autoimmune diseases are up. If we are so smart and medicine has excelled in such a way, then why are so many people sick, right? But it is what it is. As far as the research goes, I will just verbalize something that I feel. First of all, I don't, just like when I used to go shoe shopping, my husband never knew I got 5 pairs of shoes. He knew I got 1. And normally he wouldn't even know because I'd hide him in the car and then I'd bring him up when he wasn't home. But he knew, right? But, normally numbers are always askew, right? So they work to your advantage. So as far as, for instance, they're giving the vaccine now to 12 and up, right? And there were a couple of, especially males, that had inflammation of the heart afterwards as a reaction. Now, they downplayed it and they said, well, you know what, it happened, but within a couple of weeks, they were fine and they were back to normal. Now, thank God. But my question is, what made their heart swell in the first place? So now there's no data on this. So now a 12-year-old isn't going to have a heart episode on the norm. You're going to be able to push through that, right? But how do we know what's going to happen when they turn 20? Maybe they're going to be playing football and they're going to drop dead of a heart attack. Now, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that this will happen, and God forbid it does, but how do we know? How do we know what?
How do you not use an example?
You know what? It just came to my head. I'm sorry. It concerns me because we don't know long term, where we go with this. So, especially in our children, these kids that had an effect like that, where they had inflammation in the heart, that's no joke. Okay. So now how do we know that these children aren't going to have any side effects of this in the years to come? Because these children are going to grow up to become adults. And how do we know that they're not going to have a heart issue? We don't. So that's scary to me. And that's something that I don't know about you, but I can't roll the dice on that, because the ends don't justify the means. It's either risk my son, God forbid, getting COVID, or risk him, God forbid, having heart issues. Right? You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm listening and I'm here. Okay, Russell. I'm glad you're here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to read your comments. Michael said, I could see 5 years down the road having an health issue like 911. They said in air quality was good, but really wasn't. It's nearly in early 1990s, they gave soldiers anthrax and bio vaccines, lots of issues. Right. So there's something to be said about not blindly following, is just my thing. I told you guys, my father was, first online to get the vaccine. I asked him to please wait. He said to me, I get the flu vaccine. I don't have any issues, and I'm getting the vaccine. And although, I wasn't, look, I'm concerned. That's my father. But, you have to allow people to make their own decisions. And again, he made a valid point. He's had vaccines before. He hasn't had an issue. So that might be different. These vaccines are also different as well. So we really just don't know what the long-term effects are. Like I said, look at genetically modified foods. Look at vaping. Look at all the new things that they have out to kill us. We don't know what the long-term effects are. They need to test and collect data. All these politicians are rushing to be hero, but may be causing more harm. And the sad thing too, Michael, is, a lot of people will turn around and go, well, I believe in science, and I get that. I believe in science as well. But, if you think the same way that things get brushed under the rug, if you think that don't happen with these things, you're out of your mind. Because remember who is funding all of this. Okay? It's like your parents, right? You live in my house, it's my rules. And that's how it goes. You live in somebody's house, they pay the bills, you got to follow their rules. So how is it any different in, the political or, business arena? Same thing, right? It's difficult to share something that is traumatizing in the beginning of something, especially grieving, which I'm going through right now. And I'm sorry to hear that, Dolly. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people are going through so much. Russell, agree with you, Karen. Thank you. Okay, how nice that she reached out. Oh, his teacher? Yeah, no, they're phenomenal. Everything asked me what happened, but not comforting, which would be great comfort at this time of grief. I'm not sure. Okay. Yes, audio freezes in at least 2 rooms and then works again. Oh boy. Hey, Billy. Internet probably. Yeah, I'm sorry. mRNA. Thank you for that one, Rosie. Oh my goodness.
I said that.
I know. I'm just reading what she said. You had it right, honey. Yeah. Raphael. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Welcome, stranger. Gina, he's sharing it with me. Didn't realize it's V-neck. He thinks V-necks are for Guidos. Need to get him one. Oh my God, that's hysterical. Okay. Yeah, I like V-necks personally, but yes, I have the other ones. The white ones are not V-necks. That's hysterical. Tony. Hi, Tony. Facebook user. I do not know what your name is, okay? Because all I see is Facebook user. I'm grieving and hurting really bad. It's hard to talk about it. I lost my Rick May 31st. Everyone asks what happened versus how I'm doing. They are not comforting. It's more like I have to do arrangements on everyone else's time. They are like, this has to get done, but let's give you time to feel better to make funeral and other arrangements. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm not sure who Rick is to you. But yeah, I mean, most people, listen, remember, I buried my husband, and that's all people want to know is what happened. And everybody's there for you. Literally on, when we did the, the mass and the cremation, when we got home that day, no one was sending food to the house anymore. No one was calling. I always say in life, you have a 3-day grace period, and you need to get your shit together in 3 days. And no one really cares. Oh, okay, Mrs. So-and-so. Well, I understand that your husband died, but your mortgage is due in 3 days. So when are you paying it? And that's what people care about and think about. So believe me when I tell you that, it's very challenging losing people that you love and continuing on in life, because, it's like a roller coaster, a merry-go-round. Like, stop this thing, I want to get off. And you can't. It continues to go around and around and around. Monica says now they are researching giving the vaccines to kids 6 months to 12, and they want parents to offer their kids for research. I saw that in Connecticut. And then they make you feel as though you are like, it's your civil duty to offer your children as lab rats. Again, for the people that are comfortable with it, I think that's great. It should be available. If somebody says, you know what, my kid is healthy, my kid is strong, my kid never had an adverse effect to anything, you know what, I'm going to help. Great. But don't make the rest of us feel like we're bad parents if we don't agree with that. That's shaming. And I don't believe they should be. They aren't giving me time to grieve. No one gives anybody time to grieve. I hate to tell you that. It's 7 years since I lost my husband. There isn't a second of the day that I don't grieve. But you know what? You can't. You have to keep it going. You grieve in your own way, in your own time. And, I've had people, you got to get over it and move on. So, that's when you punch somebody in the face, right? So listen, a lot of people don't recognize and understand until they've been through something. So unfortunately, you come out of things 2 ways. And I talk about this, a lot, right? So the first way is, when I had lost my husband, I became much more compassionate than I already was. And my soul hurt for others because I could feel their pain. And I knew how sobering that pain was or is. And so I actually am probably too kind, and I don't really believe you can be too kind, but I have become so much more compassionate and forgiving, because again, I feel that people, it's their what's the word I'm looking for? oh my goodness, my brain is not functioning right now. It's their reflection of themselves, right? So when people have a sharp tongue and people, act a certain way, it's just how they're feeling inside, has nothing to do with you. So you get, and then there was a woman that lived across the street from my parents, and her husband died. And she was very angry, right? And she said, I'm a very religious woman. I always went to church, and now I'm mad at God. So I said, okay, I understand that. But if you're a religious person and that's who you are, then you need to make peace with God, because you're either going to be like a black widow or you're going to be a widow, right? So what happens is that some people go through things and they feel isolated and alone and angry because of what they're going through. And they become an angry person that isolates themselves and then doesn't understand why other people are not around them. Like when I dealt with it, so now you deal with it. Instead of people going, I know what you're going through right now, I'm here for you, if there's something I can do that can help you. No, some people are angry and bitter because of what they went through, and they say, you know what, I went through it by myself, now you go through it by yourself, and you see what it's like, you see why I am the way I am. So that's two wrongs, you know what I'm saying? So instead of that, if you've gone hungry and you know what it's like not to have food in your refrigerator, instead of saying, you know what, fuck that, I'm keeping the food for myself because nobody puts food on my table but me, right? Which is a valid point, because you have to make sure. But then there are some of us that go, you know what, I have enough food that I can give half of this food to somebody else because they're hungry, and I know what it feels like to be hungry. I know what it feels like to be embarrassed to ask somebody for help. So because I'm hungry and my child needs to eat, right? If people took that perspective on and that attitude on, the world would be a better place. Instead of, well, you know what? I was hungry. Now you see what it's like. Now you're fucking hungry. No, use what happened to you to help others. Okay, so now you got a pound of macaroni, give a half a pound to somebody else so that they can eat too. Then what you've been through matters more, right? Because this is why I do this show. After I've been through hell, I want people to be able, I don't know if you're learning from me, I don't know if I'm just opening eyes up, whatever the case may be. I want people to recognize that they are not alone and that we've been through this. And instead of being angry, bitter, and resentful, be kind, be compassionate, and be human. That's what I try to, tell you guys. Raymond said, look what happened to people that had a swine flu vaccination in the 70s. It really fucked up a lot of people. It was a push to get just like this. Yep. Yes, grieving is not easy. Exactly, Maria. Exactly. I would like to hear how many names sounds 3 times. Oh, I love the bohun. Karen is always on point. Well, yeah, I'm saying I look like a little perfect little angel, right? I'm so sweet. As Rosie said, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Thank you, Eunice. Good morning, Carlos. Carmela is not on right now. She's at an appointment. Michael, yes, they make us feel it's our patriotic duty. Meanwhile, they take more and more freedoms away from us. Ironic. Thank you for saying that. Russell, sorry for your loss, Karen, of your husband. Thank you. Yes, that was many years back. That's my grandson being a wise guy with the emojis. Oh, I didn't even notice. Gina, people who grieve don't need pity. They need compassion and empathy. Unless you have been through it, people are clueless. Real talk, Gina. I agree 110% on that one. Absolutely. So whomever it is that was saying that, I'm not sure if it was Dolly. I don't know what's going on, But, you know, I've just learned that you got to do things that work for you and not really worry about other people, because you're never going to be what someone else wants you to be. So you do what works for you. You do what helps you get from point A to point B. And, you know, just God willing, you do it in a manner in which you don't alienate others. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so here's the deal, you guys. Sorry, I know we went in deep today. I just want to remind you. So tomorrow, we got the raffle tickets in here. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to call the raffle live on the show. A couple of people got their raffle tickets yesterday. You still have the opportunity to get more tickets today for anybody that hasn't. So the raffle is for an overnight stay at the Nyack Hotel. It's for a free overnight stay and 2 complimentary cocktails when you get there. The raffle tickets are $20 each, and you can purchase them on Venmo and on Cash App. So on Venmo, it's at Karen Stacy, and on Cash App, it's the $ Real Talk Karen Stacy. You got to be in it to win it. So tomorrow, when I do a shaky, 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 and I pull it out, we'll see who wins. So you still have time to enter into the raffle and to support the show and to win a great night out. I mean, what's $20 for a night out, right? I think it's worth it. Anyway, happy Thursday. If you're thirsty, go drink, baby. And I hope you have a great day. Just keep in mind, you guys, that life is not, life ain't easy. We just came out of a crazy, crazy, crazy time. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are financially, you know, distraught. A lot of people, you know, this is resulting in divorce. You know, a lot of people are very mentally, you know, mental illness is high, suicide's high. You know, let's just be a little more compassionate about things and keep in mind that a lot of people have been suffering during this time. And if we are here and we came out on the other side, we should really try to help and support people to the best of our ability so that they too can be out on the other side. A little support goes a long way. So I just want to leave you with that. Remember what I always say, tomorrow isn't promised. Don't be an asshole today. And if you want to get a raffle ticket, don't forget $20 on Venmo or on Cash App, and you can win an overnight stay at the Nyack Hotel. And you can also get complimentary beverages. They have a pool there. It's really freaking awesome. I'm telling you, once you go, you'll absolutely love it, and you'll thank me forever. All right, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for those of you that tuned in, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will do the raffle drawing. So make sure you get your raffle tickets purchased before tomorrow's show. Love you guys. Bye.